Hey there, my name is Mark Savell. I'm a realtor with Sage Real Estate and a blogger over at TorontoLivings.com. And today I want to talk about bidding wars, and not just the bidding war itself, but the process we use to submit our bids. It sucks, and there's room for improvement. Hear me out. Okay, so if you've ever bought a property in Toronto, or if you know anyone that has, chances are you've heard of what a bidding war involves. But if you haven't, let me explain. A bidding war works like this. The seller will price their property below market value, and they do that to try and get as many people as possible through the door. They're trying to create interest and a frenzy to buy. So what they'll do is they'll put their house on the market for roughly 7 days, and on the 7th day, they'll invite everybody with interest back to the house to submit an offer. Pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated here. The problem is this: when the buyer has to submit their bid, they do it blindly, which means they have no concept of what anyone else is offering. And in some strange alternate universe, this is supposed to make the process fair. Personally, I disagree. Real estate is an industry where there's already so much doubt and mistrust, and these realtors make too much money, the process is rigged. You hear all these different comments. So we need to change the way we control the process, or the way we go about the process of submitting a bids. And the solution is very simple. Open it up. Don't make it closed. Instead of submitting blind bids, we need to change the way the process works. Now, how do we get here? Well, as a realtor, we're bound by REBA, which is the Real Estate Business Brokers Act. And in that act, it states that we cannot disclose anything to do with the offer. We can't disclose the price, the closing date, the deposit, the conditions, nothing. We have to keep that information confidential. So by design, we're kind of already set up to fail. And I say fail because even if your buyer does win the bid, they think, well, did I offer $100,000 more than the second place offer? $1,000? It just, again, creates this whole feeling of mistrust, and it's so easily avoidable. So what's being done about it? Well, there's good news, because the Ontario Real Estate Association just started to gather a white paper, or started to gather information to put together a white paper to send to the government. And I think this is a step in the right direction, because we really need to change this process up. The government should look at the times we're in, and I would say open up the bidding system so everybody knows what everyone's offering. Now, if you think, well, this is a privacy issue, I don't want people knowing what we're offering, this can be disastrous. On the contrary, my friends, because in Melbourne, Australia, or Australia in general, they're already doing it that way. On a recent trip down there, I saw the way they sell homes. It's an open bidding system. You literally show up at the house, 5 to 10 different people, and each say how much they want to offer. And it keeps going around until one person's a winner and no one else wants to bid. They then take the winning bidder to sit down with the seller, and they hash out the finer details. Now, the outcome is still the same. There's only one buyer and one seller, and several losers who didn't offer enough. The difference is, at least you haven't artificially increased the value of a home, because the current system has you going in without knowing key points that will affect the way you offer. You just have to essentially throw a number at the seller and hope it works. This way, you know with 1000% clarity what the other people offered and where you stood in the bid. I think this will prevent prices from kind of escalating at a crazy amount. It will keep everyone fair and honest, and it would make the process a lot more enjoyable. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Should we have the system open, or should we keep it closed? If you haven't yet, please hit subscribe, as I'll be doing one of these videos, and hopefully an update on where we stand on the bidding process very shortly. Thanks for watching.